Hey, good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué tal? Or ¿qué pedo? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? How are you guys doing this morning? Sorry we had some technical difficulties this morning. I messed the stream up. I had to restart it, delete the old one. So we're going to get going right into it. We're a little bit late on the bell. Looks like we're already trending downwards on AMC, sitting at about 984. Wow. I just got a tweet coming in from Matt Core saying that unfortunately the rumors are true. YouTube has terminated his account. Oh, let's see the tweet here. Um, I'm unaware of my violation. If you have seen any of my content, you know it's all above board. I'll be working to get answers. Oh man, that's crazy. I mean, why? Why would they? All right. Well, something strange is going on in the YouTube world here. Let's get right over into the charts to start the day. Uh-oh. I don't know which one of these is. Okay, that one's done. Let me pull up this one. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this worked out. I had it all set up this morning. Anyhow, all right, so we're back in business here. You can see we hit a low overnight in the after hours last night of 977 right here, and currently sitting at about 981. You know what? The only good thing to take from that is I actually have a little bit of money in my account to play with. I added like $150, so we're gonna buy some shares today. We're gonna do some trades. We're gonna do something today. We were looking to trade yesterday. However, we are going to look today. We will quickly just kind of go over what's going on here. Let me see. I'm going to set this thing. Let's set an alert for if we start to fall back down. Let's set that. Ooh, yeah. I mean, let's go ahead and set it be below the previous low here. We're going to take a look just quick through each one of our positions here. A lot of things looking red yesterday. We were sitting pretty good on AMTX, getting up to our sell order, and then bam, we got hit with big drop off here throughout the day. Currently not doing too bad, sitting at 25.39. As you guys know, we only hold two positions long at 26.70. Looking to opt out here at 28.03 to make our 5%. Harley Davidson got a push down. Wow, was sitting pretty good. This is red, and it's odd because when I look at the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF here, um, we were doing quite the opposite here. We had yesterday was a pretty rough day, but it had some bounce backs, and then we actually hit a high for the 2 days here. Rocket, some good news came out of Rocket. A lot of people are saying this is undervalued, so I think this will continue upwards. We're only too long in this at 29.65, so we could go ahead and add to this position and try to dollar cost it down. And I think we might do that. And then I'll add some more money for AMC. Moving on, since 257, we've been down for a while on that. That looks like it's in an AT&T, big one, man, just huge drop off. Let's check the news here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any news here why this would have just fallen and it's continuing to fall here. But this is a dividend play for us. 7.23 dividend yield when we got in. Still above a 6. Cheers. Implied volatility 153% on AMC, and it did drop to that mark. That may be our bounce we were waiting for here. Hit a low of 973. And all right, I kind of want to take a look at either two positions here. One, I want to wait for this pullback here, and looks like we got it, and it's already going to start moving here. Or two, I want to do a stock scan and do a day trade. All right, so let's go scan. As you guys know, keeping the same parameters: $5 to $50, 300,000 to 200 million, from 0 to 1,000% increase. And we're gonna try to find some news here. Why the market's so red? I'm gonna pull that up over here. I cannot believe Matt Kors' channel has been terminated. That is crazy. It must mean, I mean, if you've ever seen any of his content, I mean, he doesn't have any crazy content, so I don't understand why his channel would have been terminated. It's got to mean that, you know, we're onto something here. Yeah, sorry guys, my internet is acting pretty slow today. Not sure what's going on. It is raining outside, and I wonder if that's affecting the Wi-Fi down here. I moved my setup lower into my garage area, so I am not hardwired in. I haven't even watched yesterday's live stream to see how it turned out. Man, what's going on here? All right, well. All right, steadily falling here at 973. I don't know if you guys watched Trey's Trades premiere last night with Jordan Belfort. I probably watched the first 30 seconds of it and heard Jordan Belfort start talking crap about AMC and GameStop and saying how overvalued they were. And I don't, I just don't think that he knows. He's got to know what he's talking about. I mean, but he doesn't know jack shit what he's talking about here on AMC. AMC is not overvalued. If you were to go back and look at the 3-year chart here and tell me that AMC is overvalued where it's at, is just BS. Yes, they were trending down, but they have positive outlook for the future and they have enough cash flow to keep them afloat. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on in the media right now. I don't think you guys can really believe most of what you read or hear. You know, you're seeing articles come out saying that, oh man, these, you know, the retail investors aren't going away, and you're damn right, we're not going away. We're gonna stay here. So I don't know why his Matt Kors, feel bad for the guy. So it looks like we're gonna start trading within here. Where's Rocket at? You know, could add to the position size here. It's what I'm debating currently. I know there's better price point out there though if we were to think about doing that. I mean, you see we hit a low in the 20 day here, 1 hour of 21.65. So I just need to start removing some of these. I'll leave them alone until we get back up to that point. Really wish my scan was working right now. I don't know what's going on. Internet must be very, very slow. So I apologize for that. Okay, looks like we're going to be bouncing back and forth. All right, what we will do here is go into our 2021 stock watch list here. Check out a few things, see if anything's going on. Nothing moving there. CCIV doing okay. AMTX doing okay, but it's because it was so far down. TCAT, whatever. FSR doing okay. Only up 10 cents. Yeah, not too much happening here. All right, well, as you guys can see, we're trending a little bit lower on our chart here. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click that. We're going to activate drawing, and then where's my pivot point? Oh man, are they not going to give me a pivot point? I guess I'm not going to get it. Let's see here. 180. There's the pivot point. All right, a little hard to tell here. Gonna just maneuver that around right now, and going to try to zoom in here a little bit more, see if that's kind of where we want to be. So it looks about right. Oh man, I'm still waking up this morning. Had a nice run yesterday, and really drained my my energy levels here. I ate some pasta afterwards, so all I could think about was the Office episode where they do the marathon, or the about the bats, the rabies. Not I'd say marathon, but their little 3K, 5K, whatever they did, and Michael decides he's gonna eat fettuccine alfredo before the run, and then he gets sick. So, um, I mean, I kind of like that line here. I think we can keep trending on that, which puts us out, quite a bit until we hit that $11 mark again. Um, yeah, I mean that's looking like about like next week, next Thursday or so. Yeah, I know it's kind of far out. I guess that's my my new price prediction for AMC right now is that next Thursday we will hit above $11. Yeah, we just keep moving this target around. Um, kind of sitting in the middle according to indicators here. Let's see what's happening over here. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add to the position size here. Which is not a lot. So we're gonna right click, we're gonna hit buy, we're gonna go down here to edit, and on the bottom here you can see I have it predetermined at 10, and I got it set now where I can increase by 10 each time. So what we're going to do is we're only going to buy 10 shares right now, and we're going to see if the price drops a little bit lower, and it's currently sitting at 976. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the active trader here and see where the sell wall is, which is 976. And there we go. All right. So what we did was we found the active sell wall, which right now it's currently 975. That's 100 was what, 10,000 shares. Or as I was 1,000 shares. And there we go, 77 at 7,700 shares, 8,900 shares, 2,500, 6,500, 800. So as you guys can see, these are the sell wall here. And instead of trying to find like the super lowest price we can, we're trying to knock out that sell wall to help drive the price of this position up. So we're gonna buy at the sell wall here. And we didn't buy everything because we know it's gonna go a little bit lower. So still trending downwards. And I think we got enough for another 5 positions here. We're gonna see what happens. So as you guys can see, currently 320 long at a dollar cost average of 875. I right clicked, hit buy, hit edit down here, and we're gonna look to buy. Oh shoot, what am I doing here? Just type in 5 shares there. Attacking the sell wall at 968. As you guys can see there, 968 is the current sell wall. And yeah, drove us down even more. So now we're at 325. We got 15 positions today. Dollar cost average of 877. Currently down about 60 bucks on the day, up $276 overall. So not a lot, but you know, at one point I think we were up about $1,700, and we didn't sell. We held on, and you know, that's what we're going to continue to do here. So I'm going to remove the active trader here. We're going to see if I can get the stock scan to work. Man, and let me just run a speed test and see what we're running at over here. 27 ping. Oof, yeah. Download speed is about 12. So, not looking too hot. Normally we're about 200 on the megabytes per second download speed. Upload speed, yeah, we're at 18. Upload speed setting looks like about 9 right now. We'll see when this thing's finished up. So 18 on the download speed. The ping is 27. I think these numbers are a little bit off. For some reason, I'm not loading in here. Trying to close some stuff out that I have on the sides over here, but I don't really have much. Sam, unfortunately, AMC is not squeezing at the moment. But let me so here's the deal with AMC, guys, gals, everyone else, everyone in total, you know, this is the thing with AMC. Look at the news. Look at what's going on. What's the news for today? Why are AMC and GameStop trading lower? Other Wall Street bets mixed. GameStop plunges 18%, slides 4% of Wall Street bets. Favorites lose ground. Nasdaq eked out a win. GameStop, AMC selling shares is a good long-term move, says Kramer. They are urging AMC to dilute these shares with that 500 million offering. And you know, for long-term on AMC, it is a good idea for the companies to do that. However, for the short term, for this thing to squeeze out, it's not a good idea. And you know, I guess you got to take it kind of yeah, we're as investors, we're all greedy. We want the money. We want to we save the company by making all this hype with Wall Street bets. And we're going to the movies now in droves because we own the position in the stock. However, for us, it's not like it's a long-term thing, and it may be a bit greedy to not hold this thing only for the squeeze. Just holding it for the squeeze here. So what's going on is, if you look in the news, normally you would see, and there was, wow, I'm probably okay. I was gonna say, if the news doesn't even pull up. Look, B. Riley upgrades the AMC Entertainment to a buy, raises the price target to $13 here. This is only 3 days ago. Why is it trending downwards? It had a pop up. This thing's being manipulated. The hedges are manipulating this. They're paying for the news. Have you guys ever seen Wall Street, the original, not Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps with Shia LaBeouf, but the original with Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas? In there, he tells him to call the Wall Street Journal, and he gives them a code to where they push out information on positions that they want to pump up, so they can do pump and dumps. It's all media controlled here. They're controlling the narrative with the media. You see it in every aspect of the world right now. They're doing it with AMC, and if obviously something crazy is going on, if they are, you know, getting rid of Michael Kors' account. Super crazy that they, pretty much deleted his channel. Let's see if I can even go over to his channel here. I'm sorry, Matt Kors, Michael Kors. Who the hell is Michael Kors? Matt Kors, Kohrs. So a lot of talk on him being banned right now. I mean, huge talk on him being banned. And why would they ban his channel? I don't know. It looks like we're gonna have to do some to figure out what's really going on here. Sorry. As I was saying, the media is manipulating this thing. They're pushing narratives out. If you guys remember last week, and I'll even pull up the charts here, you can see what the effect the media has. Man, where was it at? It was like last week. Oh, this is on a 30-minute time frame. Let me pull up a 1 minute here. Shoot. All right. Which day? Well, I think it was. Oh, that was yesterday. It's the day before. I think it was here. Feel like it was right here. This is the April 1st, which would have been a funny April Fool's joke. So Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, came on the Kramer show, and he talked, and then the media put out a whole bunch of stuff saying, let's see if I can go to 4-1 here. Right here. All right, so you see this. I don't know if you guys can see, it's super tiny right here. It says, correction from source, AMC might is in quotation marks, issue 500 million share offering. Earlier that day, and it says correction from source. Earlier in that day, on April 1st, they pumped out a fake story saying that AMC was issuing 500 million shares, and look at what happened to the stock here. There is a direct correlation between what the media says and does, and what happens with the price action in the position. So they know that they can pump out these fake little stories to get people scared and dump their positions, and you see that happened. And then around this time, a lot of investors said, dude, this is fake. What are you guys talking? We already know that there's a vote on May 4th for the 500 million shares, and it started to drive back up. Then it continued on down for whatever reason, just short ladder attacks down. So right now, I don't really know what's happening with AMC, but I know that it's a good price point down here. I mean, if we're not looking at anything else, and we're gonna say that if you're not even thinking about the squeeze, looking at where is it at right here? Reading text like this early is super tough to do. Right here, AMC shares are trading higher after B. Riley FBR upgraded the stock from neutral to a buy and raised its price target from $7 to $13. So almost doubling their PT on AMC, and this is just from a couple days ago. This is from 3 days ago on the 5th of April. $13. Either way you look at it, this is it. But there's a lot of this thing's if all right. So if these analysts are saying that their PT is going to be $13, why is the share price constantly dropping over the last few days? It's manipulation within the stock here. Here's the 8th, there's the 7th, there's the 6th, here's the 5th. This is when you can see the bump we get when they say they're going to raise the price target to $13, and then it just immediately starts to bleed off right here. Some crazy stuff is going on, and I think that it's just a smart play to hold and possibly buy a little bit more as the price continues to drop. Would have been a good time to buy on here sub $9. I think anything sub 10 is a good buy. We just added to our position size here. Not a ton of money here, 325. We are invested in other areas. AT&T probably being our other biggest play here. Oh, not there. Active traders one lower at 108 long, 28.98. So AMTX doing pretty good. Rocket doing okay. Looks like some things are starting to bounce back for the day. I really wish the stock scan was going to work here. Low of $30 here. AT&T is a pretty strong play here. This is we keep it in portfolio because it's got a good dividend. So I'll pull up some Fintel news. See if anything's changed over on the AMC. All right, here we go. We got some good news here. All right, this is I keep this link down in the description box below. This is the Fintel reports of institutional ownership here. These are 13F filings. I don't know for sure, but I want to say that they have to file these like 40 to 45 days after each quarter or something along those lines, and then they kind of trickle in for these hedge funds and investment firms. So as you guys can see, we already saw this on the first. We kind of looked at these. These three positions here are new, right? Green rows indicate new positions. Red rows indicate closed positions. We saw that Private Advisor Group closed their position here. This is as of April the 1st. However, if you were go to click on these, it gives you a little bit of a different date here. They filed a 13F disclosing ownership of 0 shares of AMC Holding or Entertainment Holdings with a total value of blah 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 as of December 31st, 2020. So this just means that they sold before December 31st. So closing out here, let's see here. We've got, that's not a lot of shares, 100 shares, 104 shares. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, we have more than that combined. 132,000 shares from Spotlight Asset Group. Let's take a look at what this says here. Spotlight Asset Group has filed a 13F form disclosing ownership of 132,000 shares of AMC Holding Entertainment with a total value of blah, blah, blah as of March 31st, 2021. So this is fairly new. Within the last 3 months, they opened this position here. I don't look at the price. I don't know how they get that price, but the big thing here is that they have 132,000 shares as of March 31st. And the one thing to note here is when we look at this report is other than this one here, which I can't see how many positions, actually you can see, they had 12,000 shares. And this is of December 30, as of December 31st. So they sold these shares before the end of the year, and well, kind of missing out. So file date was on April 1st. Effective date is December 31st, 2020. So that's the one red one you see. If you go back through all of these, the next red ones are way down here at IMC Chicago. That's okay. So these are call options here. You can see effective date December 31st, 2020. All 2020s. 2020s for puts and calls here. I don't know how many shares because I don't have the information. So that's the first red one we come to. Then you see that was both of them in the same. Then the next red one is down here, filed on February 16th, 2021, and you can see as of December 31st, 2020, they had their position closed out. It was 36,000 shares. I don't care about the value because it's not right. So that's as of December 31st. Up to this point, and I know that they're not going to get reported here. I guess we just have to wait to see. You're seeing these filings. Let's see, when do they open this one? As of March 31st. So at some point, we should start seeing a lot more of these. A lot more information for the first quarter rolling in here. But this one, like I said, this is from Q4. So not really where it is. Q4, right? I don't think the first quarter is till like January 15th or something. Sorry, as it was Q1. That's kind of odd. I wonder if that's right. Why do they have to make that so small? This is the one we're looking for right here. All right. Okay, so we're still looks like right now, if I pull this up here for you guys. Here's the first quarter. It's April, May, and June. Second quarter is July, August, and September. Third quarter is October, November, December, and then January, February, March is fourth quarter. So very strange how they do the fiscal calendar years here, and this, take it how you will, could be wrong. So essentially, we are now in the first quarter, according to this calendar here, which I guess, I always thought it was just like a little bit after January, but whatever. That looks kind of screwed up. Oh, just as it loads in, this whole rainy day thing is just really screwing with me right now. Yeah, I don't care about a January calendar. I want to see the fiscal calendar here. That's what I want to see. Um, I mean, yeah, looks like April, May, June is first is Q1. I don't know, according to that. Anyhow, so we are, I guess, I just don't think that's right. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments what I'm missing out on here, because I always thought that that it didn't move around as much as that. So, all right, we're holding fast right here. It looks like we kind of found our floor for the moment. We'll see. We're riding below the trend line I set just a few moments ago, and moved down, and now it looks like I'm moving it even farther down. I guess we're gonna see what happens here. The one thing to note though is that, yeah, it looks pretty rough here. However, look at Harley, look at Sands, look at AT&T, look at AT&T. Yeah, they're starting to trend back up. People realize it was a good buy, and should be the news with AMC as well. We started to trend back up once we saw this. We're getting little pops because investors are realizing that this is good, tasty price points. And it's probably, man, it's just getting shorted down. The way that they buy and sell this stuff is just crazy. So, let's see here. UPC, I mean, we're going to have issues today. I can tell it's just not going to work out today for the live stream here. Still can't do a stock scan. Yeah, I apologize. The internet is trash at the moment. I'm running on Wi-Fi instead of hardwired in. Yesterday wasn't so bad, but today, not good. Not good, not good. Anyhow, alright, well, I guess we're just going to watch AMC for a while, see what happens over here. We did add to our position here, 15 today, 325 long, dollar cost of 877. We got them for sub 10, which I think is a very good price point. Sub 10 is very good, so, we're just going to keep adding. Keep on adding. See if we find any news here in the old subreddit. AMC stock, one word, Reddit. I usually pull this up off screen just because I have had some graphic images show up that I've had to go back and blur out. Post, but alright, this guy's saying Jordan Belfort's a genius, blah blah blah. I just saw what he said. Yeah, I think needs some heavy clarification. To address this, I'm not a sellout. I paid for this interview, still holding AMC because I trust Apes. DD, stay tuned. That's from Trace Trades tweet. YouTube really did terminate at Matt Kors. There's nothing in his videos that violates him. That violates their stupid community guidelines. There's blood in the water. So looks like I'm still streaming here. I don't know how. I don't know. Stream is still going. My OBS disconnected and now it's back up and going. I'm going to check the internet. I'm going to leave you guys on the chart here for the time being. I will pull up the flex grid so you can take a look at what we look like here between the sisters, AMC and GME. And I'll be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right, I'm back. Sorry for the absence, not abstinent, absence there. Trying to check to see what's going on with the internet. Hopefully, we are good to go right now. Having some technical difficulties. We're having some inclement weather here where I live, and looks like we're consolidating out now. All right, so we found our bottom over here. We'll see if GME can keep its support there. We've had that support for quite some time here. I'll just pull up only GME for a second. We'll take a look here. We've had these price levels set for maybe at least a week or two. We broke through a little bit in the after hours here, or pre-market, and then shot up and then back down. So kind of a little strange that this went to where it's at, you know, from down here back up. So anyhow, currently where we stand is $176.58 here. It looks like we have found our level of support once again. This level of support goes back at least 10 days here. We'll take a look. As you guys can see on the 10-day chart, yep. So we set this back here on March 25th as a level of resistance and support. We may even have set it like right here or right here. I don't know. For at least a week, it's been a very good, strong level of support a couple of times, and level resistance as well. But we broke right through it. So we'll see. Think we continue to trade between this line and this line here. Going over to the old girl, AMC. Not looking good. You know, we got that push. I thought, you know, man, when I saw that 1190, I thought, all right, here we go. We're going back to 14. We're going back to 14. Not quite yet. So we just got to keep riding it out. My fear is that they keep manipulating this thing and keep it down until the May 4th voting, where I think what will happen is potentially we do the share offering. I mean, it is an option. The other option is we don't. I myself voted no for the offering, the dilution of 500 million more shares. I mean, it's a ton of shares here. If we go to AMC right now, this is being reported that the shares outstanding are 450 million. However, if we go over to this FinViz website here, they report that we have not 491 million shares outstanding. And whatever happened to the vote? We were supposed to have a vote here. Or not a vote, a count, a recount, or a count as you were on the shares outstanding. What's going on with that? Why are we not having that count? I don't understand it. Short float 21%. I don't know why they have their target price so low here. Anyhow, just wanted to show you guys there that there is some skewed information here on this. I mean, 450 there. They're saying 490. 490 I think is closer to the real number, but it should be 450. So a lot of fake shares out there, counterfeit shares. Looks like we're finding our support level here at this 968. We'll see if we can keep that level support. Set a trend line in here, just about right around that range. I mean, you guys can see we hit the low here, so if we drop below this point, you know, we will test that 965, see what we can get pushed up to. First goal for one would be push above this 976 level right here, 978, 980. I mean, for me, let's get a push above this level here. Each time we're making higher or lower highs. So first we got to push above 977, and then we got to push above 978, and get this push up to this 986 here. So like to see us close above $10 today. We'll see. Don't know if it's realistic at this point, if they're just going to keep pushing this thing down, but we need some money to pop in here and get us a good bounce up. I'm going to see if the scan will work now, and it has. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Scan it once more just to clean it up there. All right, so we've got VERY up about 70%. Is that what it said? VERY. So yeah, huge pop up to $33 and currently there. Looks like it may be done here. Got a nice little pop to about 22.04. However, it's now starting to trend downwards. See where this thing ends up. Could be done running. Volume starting to taper down. 830s. Big sell there. 445. I would imagine this is probably stop loss here. People are getting in. Maybe they got in here thinking this thing was going to run up more and then got stop lossed out right in here. So, or thinking it was going to run, stop lossed out. So that's what I think that this was, stop loss out. And I think people just sold here, and I think we're on a downtrend. I think that's done. ORBC up 51% here. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. What is going on with this chart? My God. What is this, like? This decent volume. Just the actions. Very, very minuscule. This is a very strange looking chart here. The price action just doesn't really fluctuate very much. That's odd because it's... What do I have set here? I don't think I have anything set weird. I mean, within range, that's about 5 cents. And it just looks very, very condensed. I don't know. Something looks weird there. Go back to the scan here. Rice acquisition. Both Rice are both up. So let's take Rice America. There's one Rice EU. RICE for Rice. Looks like it made a nice little run on its way down. Could run back up again. Volume looks like it's tapering down. So not quite sure what to make of this one. $2 million there. Conagra beats Q3 estimates. Q3? So I'm totally confused here. Rice Acquisition announced late Wednesday a merger agreement to combine Aria Energy and Archaea Energy into the industry-leading renewable natural gas platform. So, $310 IPO'd, but I don't know what they're talking about. See, looks like it's just consolidating out now. Volume's starting to taper down. Gonna go back to the scan. AVCT, let's take a look over here. AVCT had its pop in the after hours yesterday. Good little pop this morning here. Nothing crazy. About 10%. And trading on news. Let's see if there's news. Up 42% after company reported on Wednesday it received unsolicited, non-binding offer to acquire all shares of common stock for $9 a share. Shares of American Virtual Cloud Technologies up 43% pre-market after company reported on Wednesday it received unsolicited, non-binding offer to acquire. It says acquires. To acquires. No, it's to acquire all shares of common stock for $9 per share. What does this mean? Everything says unsolicited share takeover bid. It looks like they got a bid for someone to buy the company, but I don't know. Sounds kind of... So, all right. Let's take a look here. Let's see where we're currently at. if they were to sell, that's about 25%. So I don't know. As you guys know, if you watch the channel for any longer than 10 seconds, you know I'm not a financial advisor. Hell, you could probably figure that out in the first 10 seconds. I'm just documenting my day trading journey on my path to becoming a successful day trader. It's a long one, long road. So, all right, if this were the case, if they were to get bought, you're looking from there to $9 a share, 26.44%. So about 25%. Would this happen? I don't know. And would that mean that if you hold a share, that your share will get bought for $9? Possibly. Look right here. The high was $9. So maybe that's what everybody thought. Pumped up to $9. Now kind of trending downwards. Pumped up to $9 almost immediately when announced. You can see there it hit the 893 mark. And then at that point, I guess it kind of tapers off because like, well, shoot, for 891, am I making like 7 cents per share? I mean, at that point, you know, that's less than 1%. So yeah, I could see it kind of floating around there. Then just kind of trended downward. I don't know if that just means that like it's not a go. I don't know. Says they plan to explore strategic alternatives. So, but that was on. So that was yesterday. It doesn't tell me the time. Could have been late in the evening, and then it just started to die. Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of bounced back down here. Yeah, could have announced it, and then then they announced they're looking for alternatives, and then like who knows? Things a little choppy there. All right, so we broke below our level of support here, hitting a low of 963. Volume in the 100,000 area. Good news, however, for our AMTX. Don't know why this thing popped down so low here. Because there was no news whatsoever, but for some reason, just weird, crazy action going on here. Selling off yesterday. How we're back up today, making this run. Maybe it was just a good pullback here. Going back to the 180, as you guys can see. This is kind of the trend that I set yesterday, and think that we will follow upwards to our path to 5% here. So, gonna get that. It's more of a swing trade. We may, I think we have an alert here at 27.42. We do. Can go ahead and remove that alert. Once we hit this 27.42 area here, I think what will happen is we're going to start seeing some rejection. So we're going to keep our eye on it. If we blow through it fairly easily, then we could potentially shoot up quite quickly. So we're just going to see. I mean, we're getting close to reaching our level of resistance here. We're pretty dang close. This is on a 4-hour timeline. So, you know, once we get above this level here, we'll see if we're, you know, going to get rejected. Which, excuse me, I think that's where we kind of stood yesterday. Is we got up and we got rejected. So we're about to test it again. You guys can see we've been testing it. We got rejected here pretty harshly. Here we kind of, you know, went up, went down, kind of pushed up through. So we're gonna see, can we get above this 26.55 range? 50, yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get above that 26.55 and stay above, close above for an extended period of time. I think we continue this trend on upwards, and we go ahead. You know, we're only in this thing for too long. You guys see there, 26.70, only down 52 cents here. We were just testing out the trading skills. Harley taking a little bit of a dive here on us. We were looking pretty good, sitting at $41. Currently in the red at 27.88, 14 on the day. We were looking pretty good yesterday at one point. I think we were up like 22 bucks. We're going to hold here. We want that 5% on this long-term position that we hold here. 43 long, dollar cost average of $40 and I think 85 cents. This is wrong at 40.02, or else we would be in the green. So this one is what it is. We're going to hang on. Rocket, I think, you know, you see these pops here with Rocket. It popped up before, traded sideways for a couple of months here. This is a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then popped up again. Another little pop there. We got in at some point, I don't know, around here. But we need to get out. So we're only too long here as well. 29.65, down $14 overall, 14 cents on the day. We're just going to hang on to this. We're going to bag hold this because we think there's potential for this thing to make a turnaround at some point. Since you guys already know about, we have talked about this one. You know, it's a very long-term play. Got the hit, got the tip from Trades there. I have diabetics in my family, so I think it's a very valuable product that they have. Their continuous glucose monitoring system, CGM, with a 365-day one out in the works. 180, I think, awaiting FDA approval, or it had been FDA approval, so they're bringing these things to market. Oh. I don't know what Bitcoin's doing right now, but it's probably not looking too hot. Quite the contrary. Showing here $57,000. Oh, that's for today. Okay, so you know, got up to 59. What is going on? Oh man, I mean, so I got this gaming keyboard, and if I just rested my fingers on the keyboard, but it's so sensitive that you barely put any weight on the key. Yep, see. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, just wanted to check out the price here on this. There's the 6-month up, so don't know why I got that notification there. Had something to do with something else. There's a game I play in the in-game currency. One of them is Bitcoin, and there was an announcement saying that the price of Bitcoin was going to decline 10 to 15% and continue to decline. So the issue is that in game, and unfortunately I'm not there yet in the game, that you can make Bitcoin, you can mine it, and it's just basically like unlimited money. And they wanted to make it oh man, did I close out all my charts here? I guess I'm still streaming. I don't know. Not good. Looks like we're still going here. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep it going then. Yeah, why not? All right. So that's where we stand with stands. AT&T getting pretty low there. I don't know why we set this level of support here, but we did, and we're respecting it. So we'll see. We should get a bounce there. We did drop below it a little bit. We'll see if we respect it here. Looks like we are currently. UPC down. We're holding the bag here just a little bit. You know, $100 or so. It was like $80. Down 20. So nothing crazy there. We think that potentially we could get another pop, but this one is what it is. We got caught with our pants down here on let's look at a 5-day 5-minute. We were in on this day here. We got caught. I don't know if this was it. This is a 5-minute chart, so I was trading on the 1 minute. However, if you guys follow the stream, you know what happened. Basically, I set my limit. I got greedy. I didn't follow my strategy. Set it a little bit too high, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I need to set it for the 5% because it didn't look like we were gonna actually get there. I moved it back down, and when I moved it down, I got an alert saying I was gonna get margin called. I had already made my trades because I'm under the PDT rule, and it threw me off. And I hesitated for a sec to try to figure out what that meant, and then bam, the price just dropped from there. So if I would have just followed the strategy to a T, get that 5%, get in, get out, we would have been good. However, we didn't, and that's a lesson learned. Looks like 966 is our kind of our range here. Not doing so great over here. Let's look for another scan here. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Blink Charging Co. up 11%. Marathon Digital Holdings, Energy Fuels, Biotech, Recon Tech. All right. Let's take a look at Blink, BLNK. Let's take a look at the 1 day, 1 minute. And all right, so they had a little bit of a move from after hours here into pre-market, still trending upwards, but got their big pop today during market hours, which is a good thing to see. Typically, we're a little bit late to the party here. Look for this thing to test this 45.41 and then make a nice little pump up. So could get rejected here if it even gets up to this 45.41. If it breaks above 45.41, I think what we'll see is a nice pop up and continue to run. However, volume 47,000 there, 37 before that, 72 before that. Volume's not the greatest. Let's look at the shares outstanding. BLNK, that can help us determine what good volume is. All right, so, oh, well, there we go. I was going to say it's the same as AMC. BLNK, 41 million shares outstanding, right? So, for a comparison, GME or GameStop is, I believe, 70 million shares outstanding. Yep, 70 million. So, BLNK is at 41, almost 42 million shares outstanding here. Reflective of the price, if you were to add a bunch of shares into there, so this is kind of the thing with AMC as well. If they add another 500 million shares, I mean, they're almost doubling their share total. And what do you think it's going to do to the stock? It's probably going to cut it almost in half. It's not really a stock split. It's not a stock split at all. They're just diluting the market by another 500 million shares. That's crazy. You're diluting the market. The stock price is going to be about half, if not less than half, of what it currently is. That's my personal belief. If they were to go ahead with it, the good news is that it will take some time for it to happen. Can we get the squeeze to happen before that were to take effect? If it gets voted in, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh man, fingers resting on the keys again. Oh gosh, what's going on over there? Delete all that, man. Come on. There we go. Going back to the chart here on Blink. Again, if we can break this 45.41, we're gonna see. But volume there, 172. I'd be looking in the range of about 100,000 for this thing to have some nice momentum. You know, close to 100, and I think it starts doing pretty good. So we're only about half of that right now. It's gonna be a slow mover. We'll see. Our side looks good. Has some to grow, but it's gotta get a push up here. Ugh. Stupid cord. Get it out of there. Gotta get a push up. We're gonna see here. We're just gonna follow this along. This is about like the most action we've got in the market overall so far. Everything else in our position size is kind of in the red. AMTX, all right, getting its bump up there. Again, remember, we need to bump up above this level support here at 26.55. So we need to see if we can get this push up above. If we can get a push up above, I think we're going to start gapping up fairly quickly as well. Volume is very, very, very low here. In comparison, AMTX... Man, I don't know why it does that. 27 million shares. So, BLNK, 41. So, you know, just over half the amount of shares AMTX has, and yet the volume is very, very low here. Yeah, so... You guys can always kind of look at that. Look at the volume. Look at the shares outstanding to see what the volume should be. Or go back and look at where they... Oh, I hate that freaking thing. How do I turn this shit off? I just want to turn that thing off right there. I hate that sound. It always freaks me out. Makes me think like, oh, something's happening. Here we go, people. It's happening. And it's nothing. So gonna keep checking back and forth between BL and K. See if they get that push. Nice screen price action right there with the volume 150. Getting the pump. And alright, so what do we say? 45, 55, 51? Was that our moment there? 45.19? I don't remember that being the price target. Man, I wish I could just like rewind a couple secs. Looks like we did set the new high, but was it this? Got the push in there. See if it rebounds. Oh man, I gotta stop touching the keys. Yeah, of course you can't find it because it's not a symbol. Sorry. Okay. We thought that if this thing got a push up above this point, we might be running away with it. And no, maybe it looks like our line was there. So that's another thing to also keep in mind when you guys are watching these runners is that when they're setting newer highs, you don't really know where it's going to go. Looks like, you know, we're in that range here. If we were to look back here, this is a couple days ago. We're breaking through that range, so we've got some movement here. Let's just draw this out just to see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, you never really know with this kind of stuff. There is some more potential here. However, if you look back here, we'll just set this trend line here. Gosh, come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? Alright. So you can see here, we have used this before as some sort of line of support and resistance. As you can see here, rejected down by it, rejected again, rejected again, rejected again, rejected again. We finally pushed above it, then we held it as support and consolidated on it for a couple days. Got to bounce off of it. Got to bounce again here. So this is a kind of a more of a push up. We got to bounce back on it, and then we broke through and then rejected by it. So somewhere in this range here, this 45.5, that's the level we need to break above. If we break above it, look for a good pop up. So this will be one that I would keep an eye on. Volume's kind of a little low. Let's see if there's any news on this thing. Blink charging to roll out 42 charging ports in New York. That's today. 8% rise, blah, blah, blah. So this is on news. Probably be some other news in here as well. Net loss revenue jumps 250%. Post wider than expected Q4 net loss. So, analyze BLNK. No dividend. Looking good on revenue. All right, what we're gonna do here, God, let me get the news off of here. Really messes up the chart. Take a look back at the, oh, we are on 180. Let me just zoom out here. All right, so as you guys can see here, and gals, and whoever is watching, as everyone, guys is just a term. It's not even a term of, you know, that whole thing. Just saying, guys. Come on, guys. Means everybody. Right here, I think this is our level. If we bounce above it, I think we can make some profit here. It's just where can we make that profit? And I'm thinking in that range. I think it's got another 10% to go once it breaks above. At least 10%, if not more. I think it can get a little risky if you're trying to go for this 30% here. But if you guys look back here, we see these two tops here, kind of in that range. I think if we were to kind of use those, somewhere in there, 16%, I think you've got enough for a 10 or 15% profit here. That's if this thing breaks above and continues to trend upwards. We're gonna find out here. Currently at 45.21. So we gotta get above this 45.5. Oh man, what happened to my arm? Oh man, I got one arm now. That's strange. It's just out of view. Weird. Oh, if I just throw it back like this. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do is we are going to set an alert here. We want to get it a little bit higher. Create an alert at or above 45.76. Let's just take it there. Oh, 45.76. It's quite a bit higher. Oh man, I think oh, okay, yeah. Sure. I'll just set it there then. Create an alert at or above 45.71. Create, ding, ding, ding. There we go. Let's see if we get a push above. Then I think this thing will get a bounce and continue to run. That's just my personal opinion here. AMC, yeah, What you doing over here? Finding some support now on our level of support. We did break below. Good little time to buy up some shares here. Buy on the dips. And, you know, down 55 on the day. So, is what it is. No real volume in this thing. You know, not too bad, but kind of going back to what we had seen as currently, which is kind of the dead zone here, that 10 o'clock time frame. I feel like we've been streaming for probably about an hour and a half here. Let's see what else is going on over here. Just to the scan one more time. See if anything. We've already checked out Very. We already checked out Rice. ORBC up 51% here. The last is 1145 ORBC. So let's check out ORBC. Did we already check this out? This looks very familiar. Yeah, I'm not looking at that crap. Blink we were just on. We've got an alert set for Blink. Star Peak Energy up 10%. And Tigre. So STPK, let's take a look over there. STPK. Doing okay, having itself a little pullback here. Let's take a look at the 180 day 4 hour. Looks like level resistance is somewhere. If I were to go back here in this range. Alright, we'll just leave it there. I don't know how many freaking targets I just set right now. Only one. Alright. Looking in closely, you can see here we got rejected on this day by it. Not really, you know, respecting it. Not really respecting it there. Rejected by it on this day. Blew through it. Blew back down through it. Blew through it. Here we are, kind of respecting it through after hours, and this point, you know, getting rejected and whatnot, and kind of blowing through it. You know, we got a couple of bounces off of this line here. So going back here, here we are. So level of resistance, level of resistance, level of resistance, and level of resistance. So we will see if we can get past this point, and then the real thing is we need to get past these points here at 29.37. So we really need to get into the 29.5 range for this thing to really start to take off, because as you guys can see, we are trending up, but 71, 40, 42, 26, 20, so 116. Decent little volume. Volume's starting to pick up in it. I think it's going to keep pushing up now. See if there's any news as this thing started to push. STEM, that's from 2 days ago. Head government. So why is it trading upward? There is no news here. No news at all. We'll see. We get a break above. See if we get a push and continue on up. If we were to get into a position like this, honestly, you're going to get tested here. And it could either run or it could stall out. Give it a few seconds and see if it even takes a shot. Really just got to get up above this level here that it just set. So see if it gets a push. And it did. And it did. And it's going to pull back. There it goes. And yep, push back up. And a little bit more. And volume stepping into it. And it pulled back. and it's pushing back up. And let's see here. Remember, 29.5 is really our next level of resistance here. If this thing starts to run, we really need to break again, and it's only like a percent, less than 2%. So potential for profit is very, very small. But it's gotta really, make a run here. We'll see how far this thing pulls back this time. Last time it pulled back about 3.5%. I don't think it'll pull back that much, but could pull back about another 1.8. We'll see what happens here. Just kind of watching this. I mean, this is kind of the most action that we've gotten in the market all day, with almost everything in our portfolio being in the red other than AMTX, and that it looks like it was a correction because something happened there where it shot down like $24 and some change, and now it's back up $1.60. But that's really just kind of where we ended off yesterday, so I don't fully understand what happened there. AMC down 13 cents as of close, so getting back up there. We'll come back over to SPK here in just a moment. All right, we're starting to get some momentum here. You see this good volume pumping in there. It's 312,000. That's not the most we've seen, but the most we've held in a green candle all day, it looks like. Starting to trend upwards here. You see we got to bounce off our level of support. We weren't really respecting it very strongly. However, we did get a nice little push. And it could just be that, we're getting a push off the SMA here as well. So we were just trading up below. Once we broke above the SMA, we got a nice little push. We'll see if this thing bounces off the SMA. So we'll look for a little bit of a pullback and see if we can continue on upwards and touch this middle VWAP here. If we can get past this purple line here, the middle volume weighted average price, I guess I'm going to call P, or just P, price, volume weighted average, whatever, VWAP. We'll just call middle VWAP. All right, so we're going to touch the middle VWAP now. Let's see if we get rejected or if we can get a blow past and then start moving on upwards toward the EMA line, the exponential moving average, which is the green line here, and see what happens. It's like a, so if you guys have ever been to Los Angeles, there's a place in the Marina Del Rey, Santa Monica, Venice Beach area on Lincoln Boulevard, and it's like it's like O Henry's, O Harry, it's O something, right? It's like an Irish pub, and they have turtle races. I think on every Friday or Saturday or Thursdays. I think it's on Thursday. It's like a random day. I think it's Thursday. Anyhow, you go and you watch the turtles, and what they do is they set them down in a circle, and the circle has a couple painted circles around it, and basically whoever races out of the circle wins. And it's kind of funny. The way they do it, I'm sure that they probably chilled out a little bit now, but with everything going on in this world the way that it is, especially in LA, but they used to have like a lot of times, and there would be some guys do it too. So it's not just women, but they would have girls come in and set the turtles down, and they just like make them get into this like football stance to set the turtle down, and and if they don't do it right, they make them do it, or if they do it really good, they make them do it over and over again. But it's, anyhow, turtle race. Sometimes they take a little bit of time here. So yeah, we're kind of watching a turtle race here up. So looks like we're getting rejected by the middle VWAP here. And what was the last one we took a look at? STPK. STPK is, come on, man. STPK. Here we are. All right. Remember this. This 29.5 is kind of that level here that I think we're going to have to blow through to get a big run up. So the potential, you saw a trend here. If you got in, the probably be close to the $29 now. You could probably get in, but your potential for profit is very, very small, because I think it gets rejected up here. It's less than 2%. So if you want 2%, there you go. It's going to get tested up here again. If it keeps continuing to push upwards, it will get tested very strongly by another level of resistance. Moving back over to AMC, and actually, what was the other one? Blink, BL, and K. Just taking a look over here. Very, very close to our alert. Our alert is set for 45.71. We got to 45.68, not quite past it. Again, we think that if we get a push up above, we might be able to see this thing run up a little bit, and potential for profit would be about somewhere in the 15%. Yeah, that's what we talked about, like 15, 16% there, 10 to 15%. So we are going to add this one to the watch list. Add that to the 2021 watch list, and I did that over here on the far right hand side. There's two little menu buttons. You click the blue one, go up here, you can go add link to watch list, and you can choose your watch list here, or your watch lists here. Gonna bring it back to AMC. That's what we're more concerned with, the price action here as we reach up to test the middle VWAP, and we were rejected by the middle VWAP. We broke below the SMA. All right, well, we had a little run, broke below the SMA line, and starting to trim back down. We'll see if we can find some support here. Yeah, not really. Looks like maybe there's a small level support at 969. You guys can see here we test that quite a bit before we could get a push above it, and then again. So a little mini support level here. Right, currently we're set 969. See if we break below that. I'll just set this here so you guys can see it. See if we respect that. Just a little mini support level. And I'm going to leave you guys on the chart for just a second.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right, we're back again. Sorry for the slight delay there. Not much is going on over here. Looks like we respected it. Trying to break above this 974, 973 range. So we can start trending back upwards to get above this VWAP here, this middle VWAP. So that's where we found our level of rejection, was the middle VWAP, and currently we're riding on the SMA. So we're gonna take a look back over at STPK, see how they're doing here. All right, so they got the break above, got rejected. So you had your percentage there. If you were to get in at that 29, I said 29.5 was going to be the next level of resistance for the 2%. However, we saw a little bit more, you know, 2.5 or 2.34, 2.31%. So, you know, could have got you a little bit. Um, let's see what I think is going to happen here. Starting to have a little bit of a pullback here. 29 and 37, 29.43. Looks like 29.40-ish. 30, yeah, 29.40. All right, so 29.5 range. If we can stay above this range here, we might start bouncing back up. We're going through a little bit of a pullback here. We'll see what happens here. Currently around the oversold or overbought, but not currently overbought because we are seeing some selling pressure step in. People taking some profits here. And honestly, looking to see if this thing continues to move up. If it does, you know, it's just really tough to read this one here. You know, could see this thing reach the 32s here. There is potential there. So you could ride this out for a swing trade. We will see. Without any news here, I'm not really sure why it's moving the way that it's moving. But you do see that occasionally it does get its pops up once it gets rejected. So once it breaks above that line, tends to move up fairly quickly thereafter. So we are at the upper, reaching the EMA line here. Well, that was according to the 180. See what happens. Looks like we're staying around this range, so I think that there's potential here for some profit if you want to swing it. You know, you're taking a risk here, as with any trade. I think once we break below this level down here of like 29.36-ish, I think that it's kind of done. We'll see here. Could be your time. If it tests, it'll break up above and move a little bit more. Volume-wise, decent volume. Getting ready to test again, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Gotta go check out Blink. Yeah, kind of rejected there, and it's moving on its way down here. So keep a look at STPK. Kind of trading here. It looks like we're trying to consolidate a little bit. It's kind of bouncing around in this overbought territory though. So yeah, and here goes our pullback, and we broke below the 36 range. See if we close above that or not. As you can see, we're crossing below here. More selling pressure stepping in. I guess on that note, I'm anticipating this thing to start to trend downwards a little bit. That's just my anticipation of what is going to happen in this moment. We don't hold a position here. We're just watching. We like to go into these scans and take a look at runners and try to evaluate what we think is going to happen. And you know, occasionally we have some money. We might make a day trade or a swing trade. Just practicing our technical analysis and seeing what happens here. So leave that there. See at what AMC is doing. This is our main focus. See if we can. We're riding this support level here. This little micro support that we set. We've already bounced off of it a couple of times. Kind of riding it out right now. You know, setting fairly decent territory. See if we can stay positive here. We'll put up the level 2s here and see. It looks like we're going to get a bump up. And we did. And there's still, I'm going to say still a lot here. They're going to ride us out at 970. Lots of sales going on. All right. I don't see too many buyers waiting to get filled in here. As you can see, we're just kind of stalling out. Now the buyer's stepping in at 969. Yep, just a bit of a sell wall here at 970, and volume's really tapering down. That's 11,000. Um, just that low point in the day right now, where volume has tapered off. So not a lot moving here. Take a look back at our scan, see what's going on. Not too many big names that I recognize in here. We have our AMTX on here, up 6%, although we know why that is. Or we don't know, but for some reason it was shot down pretty nasty yesterday. Yeah, it's about the only one we got really moving on the day. Everything else is red for us. Still setting right here with this low volume. We're gonna stay here, and it looks like we're gonna trade in between these the lines. We finally got below 969, so look to bounce off this 967 price level, and who knows. Very slow day on the price action here. STPK, bring up one more time. Yeah, they're starting to trade downwards right now. So that may be it for this little run. Well, I guess with that being said here, let's pull up the flex grid. GameStop sitting at 176, just riding this line as well. Kind of the same thing as AMC. Super flat day right now, but that's cool. You know what? I'm okay if we trade sideways for a bit. We had this big sell-off this morning here from about $10. Unfortunately, you know, but right now, like I keep saying, anything sub 10, I think is a good price point to buy. So we added to our position here. We added another 15 today, currently through 25 long, down 46 on the day. So we'll see. We will see. The issue with AMC right now, truthfully, what we need is we need big wells to step in, big money to step in and drive this thing up with us. And as it drives it up, we get a good pop. We're going to get more and more people on board. The problem is that they had been really trying to hit at the mental stability of the retail investor with all these hit pieces and these articles and banning people. And a matter of fact, when I get off here, I'm going to do some research to try to figure out what happened with Matt Kors, why YouTube took him down, what is going on here in the world of AMC. They're really trying to keep this thing down. Matter of fact, if I were to go over here and let's look up, let's just take a look at Fintel for a sec. Short volume ratio 29%. Wow, super high. 1.3 mil, 1.99 short borrow fee rate. So not too bad here. This is a big number here. Short volume ratio, 29% of the market volume is short volume. So, um, and then this 1.3. Okay, that's what we've seen before. 1.9 borrow fee rate. I haven't checked this in a few days. I don't know where it had been. To my knowledge, it's going up very, very slowly, but we just don't know. So we did get a bounce off of it. We just need more buying power, and we need big news to step in. And honestly, I don't know what the big news could be for AMC. Um, we just need more retail investors to step in. We need big money to step in and see what can happen here. Slowly bleeding out over the last few days. We got a nice pump here. What was this, Monday? Which we kind of anticipated. Now we're starting to bounce back down. So, not super hot, but it's all right. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you there with that. Currently setting and bouncing and riding that line about 970. So we're gonna leave it there for a while. I guess that's it for the day. I don't see much really going on. I mean, if something crazy happens in the afternoon, but barring any like super crazy news coming out, I just don't think we're gonna see anything happen with AMC. No big push today. Everything's kind of trading pretty flat here. Take a look at the SPY one more time before I call it a day. Yeah, looking a little flat itself here on the SPY. Couple big sales, and then now got it pushed back and kind of just trading sideways. So nothing crazy going on in the market as a whole. We're not down bad, so it is what it is. I want to thank you guys for watching. We didn't find anything. We had some technical difficulties this morning trying to get the scan to start. We watched a couple of stocks, STPK and BLNK. And at the end of it, I think STPK is done running. Yep, it did. It broke below this 29.46 range. So we'll see if it finds support there and kind of makes another trend back upwards. But I don't expect or anticipate that to move at all until after lunch here. BLNK was already starting to make its run down. It did find some support and starting to move back upwards, trying to test that level of 45.67. So we got an alert set there at somewhere 67, 7. Yep, 67. Wait, at 71. If this thing breaks above. So check out BLNK, see if it breaks above that 45.71 range. If it does, it could continue moving upwards, but volume's pretty low on this thing. I mean, we're talking sub 15, sub 20s. So nothing crazy there. STPK, yeah, looking to bounce off this level here. So those are the few we were watching. AMTX, we're starting to trade within our ranges here. We'll see what happens there. But nothing really happening. AMC still sitting at 970. Trading on fairly low volume, 30s, 40s, 25. Wow. So thanks for watching. We'll be doing this again tomorrow unless something crazy in the market happens today. I just don't know what that could be. One thing I didn't check out while we were here was CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. Oh, yeah. Hit a high yesterday of 30.63 and a low today of 27.82. So, could be a good price point there, but that one's very risky, as you guys know. AMC, CNK Cinemark high yesterday of 23.76, and just kind of bled out for the rest of the day. Found some support. It kind of trended back upwards. In massive sell-off this morning, down to a low of 22.20, sitting at 22.97. So some potential there for CNK within the day to make some profit here. Everything else in our portfolio is really red. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Mic off.